The winter season is drawing to an end. Who will fall and who will rise? The group stage finale is here.
Love hearing some of the words from the players. I'm Dracos. This is Cadril. You're joining us now at the Caster Desk for SK Gaming versus Heretics. It's going to be a banger. We're like Zaya and Rakan here.
Lovers duo.
And unplayable in meta, sadly.
Sad. I'll be the
That's
engage.
not true. It's kind of playable, but not super playable.
Are you going to be my hyper carry? Are you good at farming? Are you good at farming? I'm going to take that.
You've seen me play League of Legends, so you know that I'm bad at both of those things.
So for context, Dracos can play 3 champions. Aphelios, Bard, and Yasuo.
That's true.
They can't last. But yeah, you're right. Ease of execution. SK has it to a T, front to back. Play for bot side. Gnar can go even in lane. And then similar story for Heretics. They'll have a little bit more mid push to work with in the early game. Isolation Jack should outscale in a way, but they need to get Lucian Nami ahead in the mid game. Oh wow! Well, they're not here, but the fans are at least
always Fnatic. Normally, Fnatic fans, you guys are actually always Fnatic. Well played. Here we go. Let's get into game. Prime League, OTP, Fnatic fans in the house. It's time for Heretics versus SK Gaming.
Oh, there we go.
Here we are.
Ooh.
Gearing up for what could be a spicy level 1 on the bottom side. And again, quick shout out to all the Prime League fans, all the OTP fans in the house. Love all of our regional broadcasts. But now focusing in on the game at hand.
Yeah, well, the Fnatic fans can be here to support Adam.
There you go.
Yeah, a little bit of past history.
That's fair. Easier.
Bigger wave. Oh, the crowd knows it's coming. Little bit of action. Oh, Jack Spectre leveled up. That's going to sting a bit.
They're trying to take away the pass from Sejuani. That's going to be big. Knockup down goes in. The TP coming in. Jack Spectre trying to put it back. Toss ticking. Burning. Goes down for first blood. A KO if I've ever seen one.
Ruby rocks up and says, my job here is done. Didn't really need to do anything. They win the 2v3 dive. Smart usage of the heal by Mersa. He used it before DOS could put the Ignite down, so they were both full HP. Can he cancel the base? Little bubble over the wall to check. Not going to do it. X-Kick's actually going to stay to catch the wave. So the dive backfires. And the beauty of this is Jankos took away all 3 camps from Markoon. But Markoon only took the Gromp. So 2 camps down already. He's going to lose top crab. Jankos, if he wants, could run through mid here to bot side and protect his bot side camps. But basing also works. We'll see what he does. But we'll take a look at that dive.
Flash out from DOS. Ruby TPing to the top side. Jack Spectre here as well. Irrelevant now coming in as well. Jack Spectre just going to dash right out to safety. Scooped back. Irrelevant. There's nowhere to go. Okay, it's just a little charitable kill donation there. Zevi wants to keep the play going. Markoon going to get wild growth, and they will make it out to safety. Evi's still debating if he can chase here, but it's a bit of a difficult game for SK in terms of execution overall. Some uncharacteristic fumbles here from their team.
I like the idea, just the execution is really off. I mean, you can see straight away that TP is just unnecessary.
Maybe it's because they're bears and not people today.
It's like a smork kind of thing. What do you think these bears are emotionally? Like, are they like go in smork, we must fight? Or are they like...
They have a single eye, so I'm going to say bad depth perception, most certainly.
I mean, there was a bit of bad depth perception here from SK, because the idea is good. Let's maybe force a 0 TP, we just saw the bot. Let's try to get some summoners out, throw some spells, see if they respect it or not. And Heretics didn't respect it, they fought back, but this TP coming in from Irrelevant just so questionable. If he needs to TP, he'll TP next to his team rather than in front of them. Because this TP is basically signaling 1, we're going in. Yeah,
no matter what.
We're committing to the dive. SK was all running away at that time, so bit of a fumble. They lost the kill. They did get the Azir TP, but yeah, that's what old G2 used to do. I remember playing against it all the time. You know, you trade towers on opposite sides,
and then you overload a side lane,
and then you'd come into a side lane expecting to trade opposite again, and they're all just standing there. And then you have the TP, invest resources, and here they are again.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. Gonna look for the stun, stolen Jack's ultimate. Gonna make sure the Certus is nice and tanky. DOS tanking that one up there. Desperately trying to finish off. Irrelevant is gonna turn Mega, but will you get anything done in time? No, they're finally going to kill Evi and break this tier 2. The only silver lining on the back end of that play is the fact that there's really nothing left on the map. Yeah, that one was so wild, we took out the overlay.
It just made everyone dizzy around the world. So, yeah, Relevant.
They just knew the Fnatic fans were in the house, and they just wanted to lie to them a little bit.
They want to put a 0 next to
they're just like, hey, guys.
See all those zeros? Yeah, you only got a couple more wins in that.
Bro.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Next
bit
will be better.
Shots.
Next will be better. Yeah, shots are done. Shots are done. They'll bounce back. I know they will. If any team will.
Well, in the meantime, of course, just a small overlay issue. We'll get it sorted when we can.
We're swapping to photos of the players, it would seem, which is good.
The Bears
doesn't have his Teemo hat.
The Bears have disconnected.
The Bears are no longer here.
But yeah, we just saw top tier 2 go down. I think on the side of Heretics, they picked up the Dragon. So they went 1 for 1 in kills as well. So gold in favor of SK, objectives in favor of Heretics. And they have a lot of scaling. So Dragons help in terms of getting that scaling, getting towards that soul point.
And again, hopefully, after forcing the play for the second time and getting something out of it and getting the tier 2, maybe the team is starting to feel a little bit more on the same page for some of these bigger moments.
Yeah.
Because again, we said ease of execution was on the side of SK, but if they're not all on the same page, that can very quickly fall apart. Yanko's now backing up. Shrelia is going to get used just to create a bit more vision control. SK posturing around this Baron, and I wonder if we're going to have the get impatient and flip it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no Dragon to fight for. But yeah, it's just a farming game. Hopefully we'll get this resolved as quickly as possible for everyone at home. Just realized it said Fnatic, so maybe this is the spring finals leaked, who knows. Ebby trying to get this bot tier 2. Irrelevant. Does he know he's still there? He's staying around because we can see X-Kick was hovering, looking for a shadow, but Ebby is mission impossible. Surprise. Gonna get the wave. No real force here. Heretics is looking for a little bit of topside vision here in SK's jungle. But SK are playing the defense. Certus might catch Jankos and Mercer out here. If he takes away the wave, he can try to get a flash, but he's going to decide against it. Level 15 already. Rod of Age is so strong in getting this Silas up to 16. Oh, and he flashed.
Away. Big stun looking for the solo bolo. Relevant flashing back. Just slightly into the same time. He passes it up, Ebby! He finds it. The solo kill buffed up by Nami somehow. Will grab that one.
Was he?
That's what it said on the screen.
Okay.
I don't know if we can trust the screen right now, but that's what it said on the
he
screen.
got the assist on the bottom right. Wait. Okay. I don't think there's anything. I mean, maybe someone on Twitter knows, but
we'll have to find out. In the meantime, Certus looking to finish these kills off. Markung leaping into the backside. Jack Spectre going to be in trouble. Mercer going to be in trouble. It should be an easy kill onto the side. He's calling. He's running. Jack, can he get his shot? He's ticking. He's burning. Mission impossible. It's impossible. He gets outplayed in the end by Certus.
kill goes over to SK. They manage to find Jack, Spectra, Mercer, and Jankos, and Ebby gets that solo kill. He gets bot tier 2. The whole map is blown wide open, but now SK have got a Baron off the back of Heretics, overextending. TP's coming in. Solo lanes are here to contest. It's a 2 versus 5.
Ebby looking for the stun on the backside. Gets over. Excellent use of the buffer there. Now getting knocked out. Marcoon irrelevant. Waiting on the back. Smite, is it available? No, not for Marcoon, not quite yet. Ticking down, but there's no jungler in the area as Jankos is dead. Overlay's coming back. Baron going down. SK going to grab this one. Team Heretics bot lane caught out and knocked out. Certus, man of the hour to make that play happen.
All fell apart there for Heretics. They had so much of a lead. They had top tier 1, they had bot tier 2. Side lanes were both winning. They had mid push. I think Ruby was TPing in. And then just a bit too far. SK find the engage. And they fall, they lose Baron. So now SK have so much standing gold on the map. Mid tier 1 still up. They can play for bot tier 2 as well. So we'll see some kind of 1-4 come out here for SK. Dragon, I think, is spawning soon. Yeah, it is. So maybe they want to try to control that, stop Heretics from getting towards soul points.
See what they can get done with this first Baron buff. Of course, there's a lot of reliable wave clear on the side of Team Heretics. And you can tell we've gone down. We're going to keep this fight going. Big stun on 2-3. Abby getting some work done as Yanko's backing off. But again, the front line, the back line rather, from the side of Team Heretics really just cannot get onto these carries. Megan all ready to go. Abby getting chunked out. Abby shut down. Eyes on X-Kick. X-Kick is everything. 1. Looking for 2. He gets 2. Looking for 3. But Certus is going to grab it. And SK monstering in the fight. Ruby running for his life. But that is a huge shutdown. SK find the fight. They just make it look so easy.
5-0. SK just run head first into Heretics. No wave, no nothing. Screw it, just engage. Mercer gets blown up. Jack Spectra gets blown up. Ebby tries to save the day. And they end up losing the game. Scaling was on their side. There was a Baron up. They had map control. But just like that, they're going to TP on the cannon to keep the reduction on the tower. I believe it looks like it's going to live. There's a wave coming in.
Trying to kill the cannon. It's good. It's over.
Wow, okay. So all of a sudden, the blink of an eye, SK 5-0 wiped them off the map.
They struggled in the bot lane. They struggled on the top side. But in the mid and late game, SK show up.
It's that teddy bear mentality.
They're strong.
We know it now. Just go in.
They have perceived the depth necessary to find the wins here. Cadril.
That woke us all up, didn't it?
They just made a 2K gold lead look like a 10K gold lead. What the hell happened? We didn't even have enough time for a replay of that fight to talk about a fight.
How did Mercer die so quick? Was it a Sejuani ult just hit him out of nowhere?
I was so focused on Jankos hiding against that wall, trying to think of a joke to make. I wasn't ready for that to happen.
And then X-Kick just backflips over the wall with the shock laser, and boom. You blink and you miss it. So SK probably very happy with that one. A lot to talk about. Maybe draft, see what they're going to do on red side, as you expect, you know, Heretics take away blue and figure out game 2. 1-0 up, Heretics, 1 game away from being knocked out.
And what an incredibly odd game. I will just say that. Overall, a lot of fumbles.
Yeah.
I think on both sides in terms of execution. You obviously had Team Heretics bottom lane getting caught out, leading to SK's Baron, but ultimately, the fumbles from SK, early mid, did not fumble mid-late once they were grouped up, once they were playing together. And sadly for Team Heretics, when they were going to start to make...
That's the only angle I can see that Evie looked at. Ends up dying. His team escapes. Not the end of the world. It's a 1-for-1. Top tower's going to go down for Heretics, despite losing that Herald.
I think no matter what happens there, if you try to retreat into the choke where your team is going, you're going to die.
He has no flash, right?
There's no way out for him at that point. So the best you can do is generate space. Now, at this point, those summoners disconnected messages. That was a pause that happened and was already resolved because we are playing online. Of course, we have the luxury of a bit of a delay for competitive integrity, so you can ignore the disconnect message. Everything is good. Everything is Gucci. We will continue the game.
SK going to get that mid tower with the Herald. Charge onto tier 2. Similar thing that Heretics did last game. That'll help crack open through mid, but Heretics' eyes aren't on their mid tower. They're on this next dragon. Puts them on soul point.
SK struggling on these dives across both games, but SK now could be the one in trouble. Holding on to his lead for now, ulting immediately, trying to get the fight kicked off, trying to get it out, burning, ticking. Ignite will burn him down. Jack Spectra finding the kill, but the rest of SK now looking for Team Heretics. Ruby still standing, Evie still standing. Messy, messy exchange. Team Heretics holding on to the gold lead.
Q from Certus just goes wide. There goes the only kill that SK could have picked up, but huge plays from Ebby despite being so far down in gold. He's there to respond to SK's plays. Heretics looking to chase any stragglers. Maybe they can find Marcoon or Certus recalling in a bush. Looks like they won't get anything. They have a bit of vision to work with, but they didn't spot the Talia. Maybe they're pinging this bot brush, see if they're recalling the alcove, but yeah, nothing here. So that's going to be 3 kills over to Heretics.
SK finally showing up. But it's a messy exchange. Once again, that ult should have sealed the deal, but it's now Evie on the backside. Evie looking for the flank. It is Team Heretics looking to turn, but they are out of carry. Jack Spectra running, Marcoon coming in. Massive shutdown, and again, SK find a fight.
Not again! Straight up 5v5. SK managed to out-team fight Heretics despite them being ahead. How did it fall apart? Jack Spectra was kiting for so long. The bubble looks great. Do they have the damage is my question for that Baron. We'll find out in a few seconds. A lot of things to keep your eyes on here. Ruby, first target for SK. Good damage, but he's holding his stopwatch here. He knows that Marcoon will try to ult him. Stopwatch comes in. Irrelevant now. Look on the left side. Massive gnarled. Like you said, where's the follow-up? SK are just too far away because Exakic's fighting up against Ebby. Look at this bubble from Mersa. Lands just outside the Kindred ult, but they're so low. Now eyes on Marcoon. How much work does he do in this fight? Finds Yanko. They have a lot of dashes to get back, but the Nami doesn't, so yeah, Certus on that side. It's just so hard for Heretics to step up.
And I think that's the big thing, is already the compositions are difficult to play without CC, but when there's a random wall that can appear at any moment, that's a massive threat. Yanko's gonna get knocked back, knocked up one more time. It's an absolute bounce house for the Kindred. No chance to push that Lamb's Respite. Perfectly layered CC from the side of SK as they set their sights now. 30 seconds until that Dragon. They can move up to Soul Point themselves. 13 until the Baron. No jungler standing. You have to feel they're going to go for the big purple
It's over, yeah. They're going to get Herald, so they're going to get Nash and the Dragon, sorry. And then the push is going to come through. The dance was supposed to be around the neutrals, but SK found their window to punish Jankos. It just feels like Heretics lack direction in this late game. It just feels like their only option most of the time is just group up mid. There's no side lane pressure. And yes, their draft this game doesn't really have it, but last game they did. With the Jax.
Try to just steal this one away.
They're just gonna brute force it. So
okay,
Ruby
is just flipping it.
Okay, they tried to commit 4-man, but SK read the play.
I mean, it's tough because sometimes you've got a 2 and a 7, and you just decide that you need to play out that hand. But I respect it. Sometimes you got to take the risk.
Just got to take the all-in.
SK going to grab Baron, and I think an incredibly difficult day for Team Heretics, because for every play they've made in the early game that has seemed good and has made you believe in this team as we've gone mid to late, they've made just as many bad plays to balance it out, and it's just very aggressive step forward. Will not find the flip back into the rest of his team. So it is just going to be the inhibitor.
Need to be careful here. TP behind could be deadly here for SK. Where's Heavy? Can he find a ward? There it is. This is it. This is everything for Heretics.
They're so low. There's so many blinking health bars.
He doesn't know where they are.
Heavy trying to find the angle.
Doesn't know where they are.
Spotting. He's just guessing at this point. But the Hex Gates!
Yeah, they're out. They're out. That was it. I mean, the idea was good, but they didn't have vision. All of SK was blinking health bars. If they could have got those kills, they would have regained some control of this map. But yeah, That's gonna sting. So we'll look at this bot fight again. So what happened to Jack Spectra? I think there's a pushback here from Certus onto Ruby and Ebby. I think he hit both of them. Let's see it again. Natalia, they move towards mid here thinking bot wave's gone, but Ebby's overstepping. There's the knock here, both of them trying to hold this line in the jungle.
Weaver's wall.
You can see it right there. Certus just built it.
Leaping over, Irrelevant on the side. Jack Spectra leaping in! Holding on for now due to the lamp dress, but Marco getting chipped away. Jack Spectra gets flicked back into the rest of the team, but he's still standing. Irrelevant off to the side, 1v1 versus Ebby. Ruby just gonna get taken out, and it is domination from SK. Confidence in the execution is finally Exekick is gonna get to auto attack, do the damage he's been waiting to do all game long. Now on a killing spree, now with a double, and that is it. The whimper of Heretics. A struggle of a series, but SK will come out on top. A lot to work on, a lot to clean up, but ultimately it is they who will win the day. Heretics knocked out of the winter season as SK move to face Vitality tomorrow.
Yeah, they were the better team on the day. Maybe the lanes weren't having huge differences in terms of raw firepower, but their drafts were one-dimensional in terms of one win condition. They stuck to it, and they managed to pull it off. Great game from SK, just staying together as a team, good target selection.
Obviously, there's some big games coming up this weekend. Maybe at some point. Are you okay?
No.
Is he bothering you?
I'm just curious what it's doing here. That's all.
Budget cuts.
Budget cuts.
Yeah.
I see.
Astralis would know something about that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have spent much on that roster.
I think we have good soul in the team.
Right? Yeah. Good soul. Okay. Okay. Cool. So you were just telling me backstage. About this matchup coming up this weekend. You're like, Adam sucks. You're gonna destroy him in lane. He's playing these cringe. You want to say that to?
I didn't say that. No.
No, you did. Could you why are you? Thank you very much. Thank you. God.
You're gonna cut the last part out, right?
Cut what part?
In post, you're just gonna cut out the drafts.
Oh, no, I think we're okay. You know, could you help?
No.
Can you? I think it's an IKEA.
That's racist.
Yeah, that's close enough. Perfect. Where were we? We were talking about G2 or something?
No, that was all you had? Nah.
Better than Astralis' regular season.
I didn't expect much else from a guy that just came back from NA after a failed year.
Yeah, well, no one expected much out of you either, and Excel happened.
Yeah.
Why would I come back if I was fired? If I'm... What? Can you pick it up back there? Unbelievable. Interns these days. Interns.
Are you gonna check on him?
Nah, he's okay.
Oh my God. I was, yeah, near tears actually in some points in that super serious and interview between Finn and Ender.
He's great.
He wanted to be on it, so, you know.
I love it.
Yeah, let's see if he's also in the corner of the punches this time as we are about to get into BDS versus Astralis for this elimination.
And so far, it just hasn't found success. And do we have those Caitlyn stats?
Yeah, we do.
Let's bring up the Caitlyn stats, because European Caitlyn, it's not that good. 3 wins, 7 losses, average damage per minute, 471. And we compared it to the LCK Caitlyn to give it a bit of a comparison to see what it looks like. Over there, it's very good. Teams are not very good here in Europe, or rather in the LCK, shutting down the other game prowess that the Caitlyn does have. And I think BDS demonstrating once again, like, how effective European teams are actually at nullifying this Caitlyn, and bringing into question how effective certain teams can be at utilizing the Caitlyn as well.
I had a brief look at the Caitlyn support stacks in the LCK.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Actually closer in damage minutes to the European Caitlyns than the European Caitlyn AD carries are to the LCK Caitlyn AD carries.
So the LCK supports do as much damage as our AD carries do on Caitlyn.
Yeah,
Cool.
a comparable amount.
That's cool, yeah, cool.
I mean, it's carrier.
What's MSI?
Taking
that away from Astralis, given the amount of power that they have in the lanes right now. They've got push in mid, they've got push in top.
Finn
that
takes
might
the
be a
tower shot. That's
kill.
the flash. Flash forward by Adam. Finn's going to try and get away from this one using the movement speed from the Hyper, but can he escape? Dodges just out
Now
of
Finn didn't
range.
kill Adam.
Finn has that Meganar stacking up. Not quite one more. Oh no! Finn under the tower gets the wall, but Adam dodges to the side of it. And Adam wins the 1v1.
Oh my word, the comedy of errors there. The sad BMO comes out from Adam, but he will succeed. Look, you can see Finn laughing. He knew what just happened. That will be a pretty sizable lead now for Adam. But yeah, that's why we know about Tyrannosaurus Rex and why we've never heard of a Gnar throughout history.
Very true.
Tower looks like it's going to go down here for Astralis. 1-1-3, just covering once again. We've seen this so many times. Yeah.
But it was more for your own self-satisfaction of knowing that you
just
learned
the
a new
girl.
skill.
Nope, just the girl. Yep. I don't know why I thought juggling would convince her that I was a worthwhile partner.
I thought this could be like a Bob Ross sort of moment where you're like, I learned it for myself, but I learned it for her. But actually, the real lesson I learned along the way was pleasing myself is more important than outside factors. You know,
what?
Making myself happy by juggling.
Right. That's me. We're gonna talk about the dragon that's spawning
with my accomplishments, Faye. You took that to a dark place.
Talk about the bad dragons.
Okay, can I talk about it while you...
Yeah, you go ahead.
So next dragon's up in 30 seconds. You can see Astralis setting up around it. Control goes down. They're using the saplings as well to gain vision. Nuke's up towards the top side. Does have the TP if he wants to join this. And Astralis will just push out in the mid wave, then come down. They're using the TP as well from Finn to make sure that all 5 members are grouped up around this. 15 seconds on the mountain would be their 3rd dragon of the game.
There. And Crowny, to be fair, did almost die. Finn was threatening him in the enemy jungle, but he ended up walking away to safety. But there it is, level 16 for Kassadin. All of the chat are spamming Monka S right now.
And if they weren't, they are now.
And if they weren't, they are now. That's how much power we have over the chat medic.
But with a minute 30 on the dragon, I think Astralis will be happy just to wait this one out. Look for the Mountain Soul. Radiant Virtue now complete on 113 as well. It's going to be a very tanky Maokai, very tanky tree. One of those redwoods that you find in California. I want to see them fell. As Finn flashes the wall here. Sheo can dash in as well. Riftwalk being used by Nuke as they look to catch out Finn. And that little Gnar has nowhere to go. The Cyclone just short, but Labrov is cutting off his escape. Nuke takes him down. One to go in his pockets. As Astralis just all in that middle lane. Didn't really think Finn was going to get caught.
The first kill we've seen in a while now, and it does go over to Nuke. He should be able to push out this top wave, and I thought the BDS could even threaten a Baron here, but it seems they don't feel confident in that. Arrow won't connect onto Crowny, will connect onto Adam, but he should be absolutely fine.
It's the Ice Age.
Is it?
Well, it's an arrow hitting a dinosaur, right?
Because that's what happened in the Ice Age.
It's an ice
right,
arrow, yeah.
Right, no, yeah, I remember that.
Those are good movies.
Yeah, and I thought, okay, yeah. Sid, the little squirrel, eating with his acorn.
Sloth. Sid was a sloth.
Then what was the squirrel's name?
I don't think the squirrel had a name. It probably did, and now we're going to get angry emails.
There's no way the squirrel didn't have a name.
Anyway, BDS setting up around this dragon now. Astralis doing the same. What would you call the squirrel? Quickly, we've got 15 seconds.
I'm not going to name the squirrel when he has a
Marcus.
name. TP coming in. Let's see what does more damage. The squirrel's acorn or Astralis' Maokai ultimate. Ezreal ultimate going to do 0 damage right now. Yeah.
Adam caught out with the arrow. Chain of Corruption used as well there. That's 2 big engage tools from Astralis just to force Adam back. They're going to start up the dragon, but what more do they have?
They are on soul
comes
point.
Out, and now BDS realize the Baron has been begun. The bell has rung for the next fight, the next round of this boxing match. The arrow connects onto Crowny. Adam now joining the party. TP. No! Nuke mistakes his TP. He TP to a control ward in the bottom lane. Nuke cannot join this. And that could be it. A single misclick from Nuke as he teleports to a control ward in the bottom lane means that Astralis don't have to deal with the Kassadin. They secure the Baron, they kill Sheo, and now they can push in mid.
It was still a bit of a risky Baron there. Sheo was able to make his way into the pit, but he wasn't able to secure the steal. Now Astralis are threatening the base of BDS. They were confident in their Ezreal Karma bot lane, but this time it was shut down in the early game. Astralis have looked good in the team fights. The arrow lands.
Not really too much follow-up. Crowny can dash away. Baron in 2 waves for Deo in the top lane and for Kobe and Jonghyun in the mid. Looks like they're just going for the tier 2s for now. Reset, spend the gold that you're sitting on. You can see almost over 1,000 on everyone in the game. We'll have another look at this, but if you look at the minimap, you can see Nuke TPs in entirely the wrong place.
Oof.
And that's going to cost you.
Yeah, you hate to see it. So much damage missing there. Sheo, he flashes blind into the pit to try and steal it away. All of the vision was denied from him. He'd used the W earlier on. And Astralis walk away with that one. Oh, we're going to get a look
Didn't
back.
have to do this to them observers, man. Like,
Oh, God.
he had such a good game 1. He's having a great game 2 as well. Scaled up on this Kassadin, but that TP can cost you everything in a game like this. Thankfully, they would still have one more. Shale caught out down towards the bottom side. Not really sure how he ended up in this situation. And right now, yeah, he's not a happy chappy, is he, Betty? Locked up by 113.
You know those movies where it like pauses and you're like, hey,
record scratch.
This is me. You may be wondering how I got in this situation. And we are, in fact, wondering. Shale.
Dale flashes away. Ruthless Apprentice is still going to hit, though. Dale trying to survive, does have the stopwatch. Gravity field
What he's doing over here, but I think the goal is to create a flank opportunity for Nuke. He does, of course, have the teleport. Astralis should have an idea that the ward is there, and Sheo now deep in enemy lines. The arrow will connect with the clone. Sheo
coming in,
looking to make his escape.
So Sheo was spotted by a hawk shot. I will say the arrow was great, but they didn't know where the location where Sheo was as he falls to Cobby's damage.
Ooh.
Yep, it's just a Muma kill, Betty. You can take him down in one arrow. I've seen it in the movies.
Owie, owie.
Owie, owie.
Owie, owie, owie. Cobby really is doing his best Legolas impression right now. Clean shot from him, and that should be a clean Baron for Astralis. They're looking to tie us up in this series. This
on Finn. It's going to be so difficult for him to ever deal with that lane. Instead, he comes down towards this river. You saw Deo escaping with his flash. Glacial Prism used. 113 will smite away the dragon. Adam does now have the Ragnarok, but won't use it to chase any further. And Astralis, once again, get everything as Crownie stepped forward and was caught in the chains of corruption, shackled to his doom. And Astralis are running the map, Betty.
It's crazy how quickly this game has exploded for Astralis. We have not seen an early game like this. Well, it was the Astralis Fnatic game where we last saw an early game like this. 113 was just completely controlling the jungle and dominating in the early game. It resulted in a massive stomp for Astralis. But I think coming into this series, people did not expect Astralis to be the favorites. And for them to have
try and flash, but where are you going to go? You're just going to get chased down. TP comes in behind, and I think Astralis go...
Oh, that's how he got into the fight.
Cute. That's cute. Take the shuriken.
I knew he came in from somewhere. I was just like, I swear his E followed...
Runeterra Airlines, or the best bit of parkour you've ever seen in your life. You know?
And then his R took him out, so that's what happened. Okay, I understand. But if he just flash R'd, Adam and Sheo die, just for the record.
I mean, sure, but also if he goes in, maybe he gets Emperor Divides, and then he gets CC'd or something.
I'm just saying, though, Akali's play for kills.
The guy just backflipped all the way over the map, and you're insulting him. What is this?
I'm not insulting him. I'm upset that he didn't murder everyone.
Well, currently, that has been Finn's job in-game.
In-game. Yep.
7,000 gold to lead.
Peaceful.
Yeah. It's kind of my job to...
No.
Alright.
Just waiting for that one guy in all chat to type. Report, bot, top actually, probably a report,
yeah, report top.
Useless top.
I mean, it's 4 minutes past the FF time, so...
True.
Obviously someone thinks it's still winnable.
No, right? Adam's probably typing, still winnable, we can scale.
But if you are BDS, you can scale. We'll give them the small ray of hope. This is that 30-second window where we say, hey,
you're
BDS,
really optimistic today,
you're 7,000 gold behind, but maybe you can win. You do have an Azir, you do have an Ezreal, you have this CC threat, and you've got the Karma to keep you safe. Onto this, Finn will be able to win the 1v1, misses! Oh, Adam gets the shield as well, and Finn is shut down! Meanwhile, though, Astralis will push in the bottom lane. You can see Deo trying to take this tower. Nuke's going to try and answer it. 113 waiting in the wings, can blast cone in. Shuriken just short, mid lane inhibitor tower falling very low as well and will be felled by Astralis. So they get one inhibitor tower out of it. Finn pays for it with his life, but Astralis now going to back away. Only 14 seconds though on the Dragon, Betty, and Finn 30 seconds away from respawning.
Yeah, that's one blunder that BDS was able to find. Good punish onto Finn. Adam, the fact that he was able to walk away with his life is impressive for sure. Astralis, though, still in a better position. The Dragon hasn't been started off and the TP's coming in. BDS with the numbers advantage, feel confident. But remember, TP is available for Finn and he will be looking to join the fight. Kobe sitting in the fog of war.
No ultimate for Finn if he does join the fight. Deo sitting down towards the bottom side. He's going to be matched by Adam, and look at the damage already. The Brock just burst in the river. Death charge coming out as well as Adam tries to keep Deo on the ropes. 113 going forward. Crownie able to escape. Finn now going to join the Emperor, tries to divide it. But at the moment, he is getting shredded where he stands. forced away once again. Now Sheo's going the long way around, perhaps looking for a steal here. Doesn't have the flash. Nuke! What? Takes an arrow to the back.
I didn't even see that arrow.
Nor did Nuke, it seems, as he's atomized. Adam tried to trade onto Finn, but the 2-level disadvantage is not helping him at all. Adam has the Ragnarok. Crownie has a few Mystic shots to play with. Dale stepping forward. Crownie, 5-point strike. Crownie trying to turn this back onto Dale, but the Infernal Soul comes in, and it's enough for Dale to secure the kill. With a stopwatch as well, he can delay the inevitable. As BDS get wiped away, 4 dead. The Infernal Soul sitting in Astralis' front pocket.
Frustration on the faces of BDS as they realize what is happening. A convincing stomp for Astralis will move them forward in the group stage.
28 minutes in, and with a 13,000 gold lead, doesn't really get more convincing than this, Vedius. After faltering in game 1, Astralis would not be felled. They stood tall, and they will make a match with Mad Lions tomorrow. They'll clean BDS up one more time to do it as Astralis advance.
A surprising finish to what has been a very long series. 1-1-3 with a very impressive early game. Was able to shut down Adam in the top lane and secure a big win. Of course, BDS must feel frustrated off the back
in PGL. Is there anything you want to tell your top laner about his performance today or having him as a teammate in general?
Yeah, I'm grateful for him, of course. When he joins, like, he's really hot, right? So, okay, yeah. I think we carried him a little bit in game 2, and game 3 he rewarded us back, showing us that he can also carry it. And thank you, Finn. Thank you.
I love the atmosphere at Astralis. Thank you so much, Deor, for the interview. Best of luck tomorrow against the Mad Lions.
To sleep, so right. I'll be humble, I'll be gentle, and I'll be very generous. That should be enough. Bottoms up, as we say in the Scandinavian countries, skål!
Is this what you want? Production told me to smile at the camera, sorry, I looked away.
Skål!
Oh, he did it so fast.
Delicious, man. You want the... I have to put this on again? I don't think that...
Wait, how much was in there? Because...
Sorry, what now? Wait, what am I hearing? How much was in there? Enough. Enough is the answer.
My man needs to sleep.
Slices.
Oh, thank you. You're very generous. You're a good sport as well. You played so good today.
You've suffered enough.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ifje Shock supporter, and I'll be your host for the next 10 weeks as we kick off the League of Legends Championship Series live in HD from here in Cologne, Germany. We're honored to have all of you tuning in from around the world and are just as excited as you are to get Season 3 underway here in Europe. It's been a long road getting here for each of our European teams. You followed them through qualifying, and now it gets even more intense as they battle it out each Saturday and Sunday for a shot at fame, fortune, and esports immortality, the coveted Summoners Cup. So, are you guys ready? Analyst, show some love.
Yeah, we're gonna cut her off.
Yeah.
Oh my God, don't tell me you're already crying.
I didn't think I was going to, but yeah.
Oh, Trevor. Yeah, you might be wondering what's going on. It's not April Fool's. It was just us looking back because a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, it's been 3,662 days since the first EULCS broadcast in 2013 went live. That is over 10 years, and we celebrated that, I think, about 2 weeks ago.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I intentionally didn't watch the video during rehearsal. I didn't think that I was going to tear up, but it's been a hell of a journey. I mean, just for me personally, I love esports. I love video games. Found a lucky job, and it's now defined my life. But you look back, the stage, the graphics, the music, it's incredible to see how everything's developed.
It's crazy. I like that you said that because we